Hello everyone, welcome to NDA Defense Institute. So we are starting a new initiative where we'll be solving the previous year questions of NDA exam. So you all know NDA consists of two papers, one is Maths, Mathematics and second one is GAT, which is General Ability Test. In this GAT, many things are there, general science, history, polity, geography. So we are starting an initiative where we'll be solving all the previous year questions for each subject. So this series is about solving the history questions of all the previous year questions of NDA exam. So let's start with the video. So this is the question paper of the NDA 1 2023 history, and see the first question. Who among the following composed the Prayag Prashasti of Samudragupta? So this is a frequently asked question. In fact, this question has been asked multiple number of times, but in a different way. So this Prayag Prashasti of Samudragupta is composed by Samudragupta, the Samudragupta's court poet. His court poet, his name is Harisena. Yes. So Harisena is a court poet of Samudragupta. He only composes Prayag Prashasti. So what is this Prayag Prashasti exactly? This is about the achievements of Samudragupta. Samudragupta is considered as the Napoleon of India for his vast conquests. Not only in Aryavarta, in North India he conquered, he came to an expedition called Dakshin Pada expedition, which means he came and he defeated around 12 kings in the south and he gave back the kingdom and went back. So for this extensive conquest, this is an achievement. That's why he is given the title Napoleon of India. And this achievement has been mentioned by Harisena by means of Prayag Prashasti, like a victory song or achievement of something. And this Prayag Prashasti of Samudragupta by Harisena is given in the famous Allahabad pillar. Allahabad pillar inscription. This Allahabad pillar inscription is actually established by the Allahabad pillar is actually established by Ashoka, and later Samudragupta's achievements is added, Samudragupta, and later even Jahangir in the late 15th century also added Jahangir. So this Allahabad pillar consists of three kings, Ashoka, Samudragupta and Jahangir. Yes, and for this question the answer is A, Harisena. It is none other than Harisena who he only composed the Prayag Prashasti or the achievements of Samudragupta. And we can go to the next question. See the next question. Yes. Which of the following statement about Rabatak inscription is correct? So first we have to see what is Rabatak inscription. This Rabatak inscription is composed by Kushana king Kanishka, and this inscription talks about the genealogy, or we can say the ancestors of the Kushana kings. So Kanishka, one of the famous ruler who contributed a lot to Buddhism and also who controlled the Silk Route, the Central Asia. So he only created this Rabatak inscription. And you see they have given some 4 options and they are asking for, yes, which among the following is not correct here. So that means only around 3 is correct, 1 is not correct. So if you look at the statement clearly, you will have an idea. See here first. It throws important light on Kushana's genealogy, which means his ancestors. Yes, the first statement is right. Rabatak inscription talks about who is the father, who is the grandfather, who is great grandfather of the Kushana king Kanishka. So you all know the Kushanas, they are from Central Asia. The Kushana Empire is founded by Kujula Cadaphasus. Kujula Cadaphasus. So all the details of from Kujula Cadaphasus and his son, his son like that it is mentioned. The first statement is correct. And you see the second one? It refers to Kanishka as a king of kings and a son of God. Exactly. Even Kanishka specifically had a title called Devaputra. Devaputra means son of God. This is the specific title of Kanishka. And the kings who came later, Kanishka, even they also have this title Devaputra, which means son of God. The second statement is also correct. And you see the third one? The 23-line inscription is written in Gandhari language. This is where the problem starts. This is not in Gandhari language, but it is in Bactrian language. Bactrian language. Bactria is a place which is in Central Asia, the crossroads of Europe, along the Ural mountains, where the present day Azerbaijan, Armenia, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan is there. This is called Bactria. The place is called Bactria. So it is in Bactrian language and Greek script. It is not Gandhari language. This is a wrong statement. And you see the fourth one, the mentions names of states which were part of Kanishka's empires. Obviously, if you are mentioning about the king's achievement and king and all, obviously they will say about the extent of his empire. So D is obviously right. So A, B and D are right. C is the wrong statement. They're asking for not correct. The answer is C. Because simply it is not in Gandhari language, it is in actual Bactrian language in Greek script. Yes. And this Kushanas is famous because for two things, specifically Kanishka only conducted the 4th Buddhist council. During that Buddhist council only, the split of Buddhism happened where Buddhism group started to divide into Hinayana and Mahayana. Hinayana means they consider Buddha as a teacher, Mahayana means they consider Buddha as a god. So this Kanishka is a famous Mahayana Buddhist. Because of Kanishka only, it spread to further, and Mahayana Buddhism, where Buddha's statue and all has came, it has spread to multiple countries across the world. And they are also famous because they literally control the Silk Route, where from Europe all the way to China, the silk trade has been controlled by this group of people. Later, the further generations of this Kushana tribe, they are the one who emerged as Mongols. And you know the famous Mongol king Genghis Khan. And we'll go to the next question. So before going to the next question, we all know that the NDA 1 2024 exam is up on the annual. It is going to be conducted in April, and NDA is providing an offline classroom course, and the admissions is open. If you need further information regarding the admissions, we can call this number, and you can also log on to our website www.nationaldefense.in, and even online recordings are also available. For any other further information regarding admissions, you can contact this number and avail it soon. The exams are near. Yes, and we'll go to the next question. See here, who among the following wrote the famous Sanskrit work Mrichakatika? So what is this Mrichakatika? This is a book emerged during Gupta period. So Gupta period is called classical age, and it is also called golden period of India. Why? Because lots and lots of art and literature started to happen. Hence, during this Gupta period, one such literature is this Mrichakatika. This Mrichakatika is also called the Little Clay Cart. The Little Clay Cart. It is a drama. It is a drama or a play. It is a drama or play named as Little Clay Cart. In fact, it has been translated as Little Clay Cart in English. And this drama is not only famous in India, but is also famous in other countries also. In France and Europe, many countries, as Little Clay Cart, they used to play this drama. Like how Shakespeare plays are famous, like that, this Mrichakatika is also famous. This Mrichakatika is written by none other than Shudraka. Yes. So what is this drama is about? It is a love drama. It includes all kind of emotions. It is between two persons called Karudatta and Vasanta Sena. Vasanta Sena. So this Mrichakatika is about how Karudatta is falling in love with Vasanta Sena, and what are the things which unfolds later, and how it ended in a goodwill. That is how this Mrichakatika goes. It is a famous play. Lots of, in many languages, based on this Mrichakatika, movies and all is there. Even in Hindi, there is a movie called Utsav. This Utsav movie is based on this Mrichakatika only. Yes, it is a fine drama and literature. After Abhijanna Sagundalam, the famous drama of Kalidasa, this Mrichakatika is highly revered and highly appreciated one. Yes, so the answer is D, Shudraka. We'll go to the next one. Yashovarman was a ruler of which of the following kingdoms? So who is this Yashovarman? For that, we have to understand a little of Harshvardhana Empire. You all know Gupta period, golden period of India. After this Gupta period, the later ruins of Gupta is held by a family called Pushyabhukti family. So the Pushyabhukti family, the third king is none other than Harsha. He only founded the Harshvardhana Empire. Harshvardhana Empire. So this Harshvardhana Empire, which started in around 606 to 647 AD, during his period only, the place called Kannauj has become very famous. Kannauj. Why? Because Harshvardhana, a ruler after Gupta, he transferred the capital from Taneshwar to Kannauj. From Taneshwar to Kannauj. It is in UP, and after this only this Kannauj city became very famous, because in this place even the Kannauj assembly and all happened. What is this Kannauj assembly? It is where Hunsang, the Chinese traveler, you all know Hunsang, or he is also been called as Huang Han. The Chinese traveler came and visited Harshvardhana Empire, and to honor him in Kannauj, they conducted the assembly. This is called this Kannauj assembly. And at this time only this Kannauj city became very famous. So Yashovarman is after the death of Harshvardhana. So in 1647 AD, Harshvardhana died and there is no obvious successor. Lords in small kingdoms, they started to fight with each other to occupy the city Kannauj. But out of all, this Yashovarman became famous, he became strong enough and he only occupied the Kannauj and he ruled it for several periods. Yes, and even they say, the legends say that he defeated Bengal. It is mentioned in the poem called Gauda Vaho. It is a poem. This poem mentions that Gauda, this specific part, Gauda is called as Bengal. So Gauda Vaho means slayer of Bengal. So this Yashovarman is mentioned as slayer of Bengal in the poem Gauda Vaho. And he in that only mentions Yashovarman as ruler of this Kannauj. And yes, the answer is A. So this is post Harshvardhana period. And we'll go to the next question. Yes. You see the next question. Which one of the following ruler established Padaliputra as the capital of Magadhan Empire? You all know, during the Shudra period where heterodox philosophy is reached peak, at the time only the Magadha empires of building started to happen. Out of 16 Mahajanapada, the Magadha Mahajanapada became very powerful and he started to occupy the nearby Mahajanapada. Finally, this Magadha empire became highly powerful. And this Magadha empire was ruled by multiple dynasties like Haryanka dynasty, Shishunaga dynasty, Nanda dynasty, finally Mauryan dynasty. This Mauryan dynasty only is founded by Chandragupta Maurya and the great grandson of Chandragupta Maurya is none other than Ashoka. So this is the linealogy, this is the chronology. So the first dynasty ruled by this Magadha is none other than Haryanka dynasty. The first ruler of this Haryanka dynasty is none other than this Bimbisara. So that's why they say Bimbisara is the founder of Magadha. He is a real founder of Magadha. But he cannot be able to further expand it. Later, the Bimbisara's son Ajatashatru went on to the throne, and Ajatashatru is a king who is having a strong hands. He followed policy of iron and blood, which means he is a very strong ruler. He occupied Vatsa and also he occupied Avanti. And that is why he only made this Padaliputra as a capital for city. Yes, and the answer is C, Ajatashatru. He only made this Padaliputra as a capital of Magadha. Yes. Later, even after Padaliputra, even before itself, there is Rajgraha. So Rajgraha, the capital. Rajgraha or Girivaja. It is the first capital of Magadha that is established by Bimbisara. But the Padaliputra as a capital was established by Ajatashatru. It only made strong during Ajatashatru's period. And later, till the Mauryan Empire, this Padaliputra has continued as a capital of Magadhan Empire. So the answer is C. And as I told, this Ajatashatru is a very powerful king. In fact, he killed his own father, Bimbisara, then only he became king. And he had lot of war machines like catapult and Ratha Masala, Mahashila Kantak like that. He used many weapons to demolish his enemies. And because of him only, so the empire of Magadha, it started to expand further. So the answer is C, Ajatashatru. We'll go for the next question. Near which one of the following cities is, India have large statues of Kushana rulers. So already I have told about Kushanas. The famous Kushana rulers, Kanishka. And I told you these Kushanas are from central India. They are semi-nomadic people. And during this Kushana period, specifically during Kanishka period, two schools of Buddhist architecture created. I already told you about Kanishka. Kanishka, he only conducted the fourth Buddhist council. During the fourth council, I told, it divided into two schools. One is Hinayana and another one is Mahayana. Yes, so this Mahayana Buddhism is where Buddha is considered as God. So Buddha statues started to come. Lots and lots of Buddhist statues started to come and Buddha started to be worshipped as God. That's why the Kushanas patronized two schools of Buddhist art. Two schools. What are two schools? One is Gandhara school of Buddhist art and Mathura school of Buddhist art. Mathura school. This Gandhara is in the present day northwest. It is in the northern Pakistan. This Mathura is in the present day UP. So two schools of Buddhist art was created during the Kushanas period, specifically Kanishka period. One is Gandhara school and another one is Mathura school. And guess what? You look at the option here. Karnal, Ropar, Hisar, Mathura. So we can have an obvious, if you know this information, you can just try with a common sense, you can able to arrive at the answer. Yes, the answer is D, Mathura. In Mathura only they find large statues of Kushana rulers. Because this Mathura, this Kushana school only patronized two schools, one is Gandhara school and Mathura school. And lots of Buddhist statues was created during this period, and specifically Gandhara and Mathura. Large number of Buddhist statues is found in Mathura, yes, and then also Gandhara school of architecture. So all the Buddhist statues that you see in India is belong either to Mathura or Gandhara. There is also another school called Amravati school of architecture in South India, that is patronized by Satavahanas. And here the answer is D, Mathura, because during this Kushana period only they patronized Gandhara school and Mathura school, the present day UP. The answer is D. We'll go to the next question. See here. Which one of the following statement about Mansabdari system is correct? Yes, which means out of the given options, 3 are wrong, only 1 is correct. So what is this Mansabdari system? So it is a civil military administration system during the this Mughal Empire. So what is the system exactly? Simple. The king needs army, and the king also want to administer the land. He cannot able to administer vast land. So what he will do? He will divide the empire and he will give it to each one commanders or governors. They will rule on behalf of the king, and they also have to maintain army. So Akbar only created this Mansabdari system. It is created by Akbar. This Mansabdari system is based on Mongolian system. He got it from Mongolian. So simple, what they will do, he will pay the Mansabdars in cash, and not only in cash but also in land. I'll tell you about it later. So it is a system where the Mansabdars, the more and more the cavalry and foot soldiers he maintains, he will be given a rank. So this Mansab, simple, this Mansab means rank. Mansabdari means rank holder, the one who's having rank. In school days and all, based on for quarterly all the exams, how will be given rank? For out of 500 marks, the more marks you get, 480, 490, you will be given first rank. The less mark, second rank, third rank. The same way, they will be given a rank. That rank is called Mansab. So the one who's having this Mansab is called Mansabdari. So this Mansab is based on two things. Mansab or rank. One is called Zat, another one is Sawar. The Zat is nothing but foot soldiers, or we can say infantry. Foot soldiers, normal army people, and this Sawar is called cavalry, war horses. Yes. So the one with the horse force, or that's called Sawar. So these two define the rank. The specifically which defines the rank out of these two, which specifically defines the rank is nothing but Zat. For example, if you are having 4,000 men under you, you are a Mansabdar of rank 4,000. If a person is having 5,000 people, 5,000 soldiers under him, so that person is called a Zat of 5,000 rank. Imagine 5,000. So 5,000 men you are having, which means your rank is on Mansabdari rank is 5,000. During the Akbar time, around 30 Mansabdars were there around the Zat rank of 5,000. So just imagine how vast the army was. And this only determines your status. For example, if you are a Mansabdar who is having Zat rank of 5,000, which means you are having 5,000 soldiers, you can go and talk with the king directly. The king will be personally inviting you. You have higher status. So obviously, it is a competitive system where all the Mansabdars will be, always aspiring for further more and more rank, which means more and more army. So all these people, based on the rank, they will be paid, the salary in cash. So the Mansabdars, every time they have to show their army for inspection, and also Sawar, cavalry, horse forces, based on their inspection only, they will be paid in cash. So this is the Mansabdari system. I explained what is Mansabdari system. Now look at it. All army troopers were allotted Mansabs, not all. Generally I am telling for all competitive exams, if you look at the options or the statements, if they are given any extreme ordered statements, for example, all, never, okay, every, always, not at all, most of the times it will be wrong. You see here, all army troopers were allotted Mansabs. No. It is not all. Only selected people, and mostly, initially it is not hereditary, later it become hereditary, which means if the father is Mansabdar, then the son will be Mansabdar. Initially it is not hereditary, but later during Jahangir's period and all, it is made hereditary. You see here, Mansab are usually assigned on the basis of ancestry. No, it is not usually. This is also wrong. Mansabs are usually based on the strength, based on the Zat rank, but not based on ancestry, which means hereditary. So see the third one, position and salary of Mansabdas were indicated by a numerical designation called Zat. Exactly. Zat means what I told? Foot soldiers. Yes, if you are having 5,000, then you are 5,000 rank Zat. Yes, the C is correct one. The position and the salary is based on Zat. Exactly. It only determines the status. Status. The third one, Mansabdas were never paid in cash. Again, you can see in extreme order statement, never. It is also wrong. Why? Mansabdas, sometimes they, instead of giving money as cash, they will be paid in terms of land. If a Mansabdar is given land, so how, sir, how from land they will collect money? Simple, I'll give you land. From that land, you collect tax as land revenue, and then you can use that land revenue for maintaining army. If I am giving you land, that person is called Jagirdar, which means a Mansabdar, if instead of paying in cash, if he is paid in land, he is called Jagirdar, because the land is called Jagir. Hence, the one who is holding the land, he is called Jagirdar. Jagirdar. Yes. So D is also wrong. You can see the answer is C. The position and status is determined by Zat, not Savar. So this Mansabdar is nothing but rank holder. It is, this system is introduced in, in the Mughal army by Akbar. Later they further continued it. The answer is C. We'll go to the next question. Which one of the following kingdoms were founded by two brothers, Harihara and Bukka? So this is a very common question. Most of the times frequently they asked in NDA. Yes, this is nothing but, Vijayanagara Empire. So this Vijayanagara Empire is founded during the 14th century. 14th century AD. Yes, when Tughlaqs were ruling, yes, this Harihara and Bukka, based on the advice of one Shaivat sage or saint, his name is Vidyaranya. Vidyaranya. He is a saint who is a Saivism follower, which means a Lord Shiva follower. He convinced Harihara and Bukka, they both belong to a royal family, they were working under Tughlaqs, Muhammad bin Tughlaq. He convinced him that don't go out of our religion, come back to our religion. So they turned back into Hinduism, and then they created this Vijayanagara Empire in the year 1336 AD. So this 1336 AD, Harihara and Bukka, on the advice of Vidyaranya, the sage, a saint or a sage, they only founded this Vijayanagara Empire. Vijaya means victory. So in fact, this Vijayanagara Empire is based on his name, Vidyaranya. Yes, which means victory. And the capital of this Vijayanagara Empire is nothing but, you all know, Hampi, which is situated on the southern bank of river Tungabhadra. So at that time, during this 14th, 15th century time, among the world cities, this Hampi is considered to be one of the wealthiest cities. Many travelers like Abdul Razak and Domingo Paez and all, they used to give account about this Hampi, that it is one of the wealthiest city, okay, throughout the world, not only in India, throughout the world. Yes, and this one of the famous king of this Vijayanagara Empire is Krishna Deva Raya, and Tenali Rama Krishna Deva Raya. During his period, Vijayanagara Empire reached peak. So their empire, Vijayanagara Empire, extend from the north, like till this Maharashtra, half of Maharashtra, till the south. Okay, Nayakas and all, till the south it extended. Yes. After the Cholas is done, after the Cholas is destroyed, and later when Pandyas are also destroyed, this by this Alauddin Khilji, later all the South Indian kingdoms like Chera, Chola, Pandyas, all their feudatory families, they came under this Vijayanagara Empire only. So the answer is B. Go to Lachit Borpukhan is correct. So this is a current affair come history question. So what is this Lachit Borpukhan? Who is this? If you look at it, all the statements given here is correct. Yes, he was a general of Ahom forces. Yes, exactly. If you look at it, during the Mughal period, the Northeast India remained independent by means of an empire called Ahom Empire. Ahom Empire. They are a tribal empire which occupied the most of the Northeast region, specifically Assam. Assam is their main, hideout. It is their main headquarters. This Ahom Empire is founded by Chaulang Sukappa. Chaulang Sukappa. Frequently, the Mughal Empire extended till Kashmir, till the Pakistan, Afghanistan, till South India. But when they tried to go east, the present-day Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, those regions, the Ahoms were ruling. They gave a tough fight to Mughals. So at one time, this Lachit Borphukan, who is the general of this Ahom force, he gave a very tough fight in a battle called, you see here, Battle of Saraigar, 1671. It is a naval battle. Many historians revere this battle as one of the greatest naval battle ever. It is the greatest naval battle. Naval battle. Yes, along the river of Brahmaputra, this Lachit Borphukan, he gave a tough fight using navy and he resisted, he literally thwarted or he stopped the further intrusion of Mughals into their empire. So that is why this Lachit Borphukan is considered to be a war hero, battle hero, and after this only he is revered for mainly naval battle. Like in generally throughout the world, Admiral Nelson of Britain, he is considered as a what we can say the top-notch person for naval battle. Similarly, for India, it is Lachit Borphukan in the ancient times. And he put a tough fight that he stopped Mughals. Even though Mughal had a vast army, vast empire, they cannot able to further come. Along the Brahmaputra river, yes, he gave a tough fight. He stopped it. He won over this battle. That is why, to recognize his effort in the one of the considered one of the greatest naval battle, you see, this Lachit Borphukan gold medal is given for the best cadet at NDA, National Defense Academy. Yes, all the three statements are right. 1, 2, 3. All are right. The answer is A, 1, 2, and 3. Yes, he is an unsung war hero. Many people don't know. Yes. Go to the next question. Which one of the following places did the Danes establish their settlement in India? Yes. So you all know, arrival of Europeans, Portuguese came first, then came the Dutch, yes, the Netherlands, then came the British, English East India Company, then came the Danes. Last one to come is French. So the first one to arrive in India, Europeans, is Portuguese. The last one to come to India is French East India Company. So before the French, the last before, it is nothing but Danes. So the Danes are nothing but Netherlands. Sorry, Denmark. They are actually Denmark. Denmark people. But when they came, already most of the regions are occupied by British. So it was a fight between British and the Portuguese. So Portuguese was fully neutralized and British had upper hand in India. So in spite of this, with the permission of British, they established two companies. One at a place called Trangubar and another place called Serampur in Bengal. This Trangubar is in South India. You won't believe this Trangubar is in Tamil Nadu near Nagapattinam. This Trangubar is nothing but Tharangambadi, which is in Tamil Nadu. It is near Nagapattinam. They established a factory in South India, one such factory. And second one is Serampur. It is in Calcutta, Bengal. These two factories they set up, but later they moved towards east. They went up to Ceylon and also to Indonesia. They moved because they have a very tough competition here, British. So they sold both of these companies, these factories to the British, and then they went for Indonesia and also for Ceylon. So here, if you look at it, the answer is D. The Danes, their settlement is Tranquebar and also Serampur. Go to the next question. Which one of the following European explorer conquered Mexico? Yes, we all know Vasco da Gama came to India in 1498 AD, crossing Cape of Good Hope, and he reached Calicut. He met Zamarin, the ruler of Calicut. Then later, he further started to occupy. He created a factory. Then Albuquerque came and he captured Goa. Portuguese started to look for eastern part. So the western part of the world, it was explored by Spanish Empire. So while the eastern part is explored by Portuguese, the western part of the world is explored by Spanish. So one such Spanish empire, his name is Hernan Cortes. So this guy is a Spanish Empire explorer. He, along with a little troop, they went to the further west. They found the New World. New World means, at the time, Old World means Asia, Africa and other countries. New World means the unexplored world. For example, Americas. And no guys, at the time when I say Americas, it includes North America, Caribbean Islands and South America. Yes, so you all know Mexico, it is in the North America, the central part, below, south of is USA. And Hernan Cortes, he along with a group of small army, he went. At the time, Mexico, it was ruled by an empire called Aztec Empire. Aztec Empire. You know this Aztecs, this Mayan civilization. Mayans or this Mayan civilization. So these people are famous because they only predicted that in 2012 world is going to end. So those group of people is this Mayan civilization. This Mayan civilization is there in the Aztec Empire. So this Mexico Aztec Empire was there. This Aztec Empire was destroyed one by one by very little troop, and then it was Hernan Cortes who occupied this Mexico. That's why you can find even now Mexico people they talk Espanol, Spanish. They are Spanish descendants because of this Hernan Cortes. The answer is D. Go to the next question. Yes, the Treaty of Yandabo. The Treaty of Yandabo, 1826. It was concluded as part of which one of the following was? So, what is this Treaty of Yandabo? We have to know it. So, I told you this Ahom Empire already. Ahom Empire literally ruled Assam for around 600 years till this Treaty of Yandabo only. So, what happened? Anglo-Burmese war happened. Burma was occupied by a ruler, and his name is King of Ava. The capital of Burma is Ava at the time. At the time, the British Empire and Burmese Empire started to collapse. So along the border, these people went for a war. So that is called first Anglo-Burmese war. In the Anglo-Burmese war, obviously British won because British has superior warfare methods. They are trained, highly trained army. They are very good leadership, highly qualified military skilled persons, generals and all. And because of this, they won the war. And after the war, the peace treaty was signed between British and the King of Burma. So this is between the King of Ava. Ava is the capital of Burma at the time, and British. So what this treaty says? So the first Anglo-Burmese war treaty is none other than Treaty of Yandabo. This Treaty of Yandabo is highly significant to India. I'll tell you the reason. Because this treaty says, because of victory, the one who won is what? Who? British, obviously. So Assam, Manipur, Arakan, Arakan, this three states. Arakan is in present day Myanmar, which is south of Assam, with this Mizoram and Tripura. These three parts, it came under the British Empire, which means the present day Assam and Manipur, or we can say the northeastern sister states, they came under British, as of now, Indian territories, thanks to this Treaty of Yandabo. You get it or not? So initially it was under the Burmese government, but later Burmese king, but later it came under Indian possession thanks to the Treaty of Yandabo, where all these three has to be given to the British. It has to be given to British. Yes, and that is what they have as. See, Treaty of Yandabo was concluded as part of which of the following wars? It is none other than First Anglo-Burmese War. It was Lord Amherst. He was the Governor General when this war happened. Lord Amherst. He was the Governor General of British India when this war happened. Yes, Lord Amherst. The second Anglo-Burmese war happened during Lord Dalhousie's period. Yes. So the answer is A. The next question. Freedom fighter Kanaklata Borua was martyred in. You know the meaning of martyred? Martyred means, yes, death with valiance. He sacrificed her life, for the cause of Indian nation movement. Yes. Why this is, in fact, this is again a current affairs based historical fact. So this Kanaklata Barua, and there is also another person called Mantagini Hazara. Mantagini Hazara and Kanaklata Barua. These two people are unsung women freedom fighters from Northeast India. Yes, they, she belonged to Bengal, and this Kanaklata Barua, she belonged to Northeast Assam. So what happens? This Kanaklata Barua is a person, he's just 17-year-old teen who was dragged into the Indian national movement. She was part of a freedom fighting organization called Mrityu Bahani. It is an organization, Mrityu Bahani, that is an organization. She was part of this organization. She became leader of this organization. So what they did during the Quit India movement in 1942, Gandhi called for do or die, quit India. Okay. During this movement, she as a leader of this Mritya Bahini organization, along with many youths and people, she marched as a procession towards a police station called at Guhapur in Assam. It is near Guwahati. So their intent, what they did, Kanaklata Barua headed a group of people. They are supposed to go to the police station. They are supposed to unfold the tricolor, at the time national flag. They are supposed to hoist the national flag, but hoisting national flag was a crime. If you are doing it, you will be arrested. So, but still, she valiantly did. She was just 17 years old. You can see it. During at the time itself, she did as a leader of this organization. And when scuffle happened, police started to fight and all. When they tried to disperse the crowd, she didn't move out of her place. So during at that time, Quit India movement, this thing happened, and she was shot and killed. She was shot dead there, and that's why she is martyred. And why she is in news? Because the President Draupadi Murmu, yes, she mentioned about this Mantagini Hazara and Kanaklata Baurua in her speech. She gave credit and she appreciated her sacrifice for this country. And that is why this is in news, and that is why this is in exam. And as I told, this incident happened during the Quit India movement. Yes. So this is about Kanaklata Baurua. What about this Mandagini Hazara? She is also a woman freedom fighter, and she belonged to Bengal. She was just married when she is 12 years old. Later, she dedicated her whole life to the Indian national movement. She did participate in Salt Satyagraha. In fact, she was around 73 years old. Yes, she was a follower of Gandhi. That is why people along her area, she used to call her as Gandhi Buri, which means like soul of Gandhi, Gandhi living in her soul, like that. So she was 73 years old. Till then, she was spreading the ideology of Indian national movement ideology and also Gandhian ideology. So both of these people were appreciated by President Draupadi Murmu. And specifically this Kanaklata Barua, as you can see, a 17-year-old revolutionary who gave her life. He was shot dead during the unfurling of national flag in Assam. And it is during Quit India movement. The answer is B. We will go to the next question. Which Governor General of Bengal underwent impeachment proceedings in British Parliament? When I say impeachment, impeachment is a parliamentary procedure where a high official or a person with a designation will be removed officially, which means officially he was fired from the job. That is called impeachment. Official removal is called impeachment. Official removal. So who among the following? It is none other than Lord Warren Hastings. He was the first Governor General of Bengal. After the Regulating Act of 1773 was passed, he was made as the first Governor General of Bengal. General of Bengal. So what happened in the sense, during his time, lot of controversies happened. For example, Nanda Kumar case. Nanda Kumar case is a custodial death case where Nanda Kumar, he is the one who turned approver against the corruption case against Lord Warren Hastings. So many people believe that because of Lord Warren Hastings' tactical plan, Nanda Kumar was murdered in the custodial death. So that is called this infamous Nanda Kumar case. And even in Nanda Kumar case, he tainted his name. And also Kausijura case, lot of maladministration and corruption started to happen during his period. Corruption and mismanagement happened during his period. That is why, because of the corruption and mismanagement, the complaint went up to the Court of Directors and also to the British Parliament. And there is a British parliamentarian, his name is Edmund Burke. Edmund Burke. This Edmund Burke, he is an MP, he is a British MP. Because of his initiative, he resigned, he came back to Britain, and in Westminster Parliament, based on the initiative of Edmund Burke, Warren Hastings was impeached officially. But later charges and all was let down. He was charged as not guilty, but he was forced to resign and he was impeached by the British Parliament based on the efforts of Edmund Burke. So that make him, this Warren Hastings, as the Governor General who went for impeachment proceedings. The answer is C. Why? What is the reason? Because of corruption and mismanagement of Bengal. Go to the next question. Which Renaissance artist painted the Last Supper? You know what is Renaissance? Renaissance started in the Europe along the 15th to 16th century. What is this Renaissance? Simple. Before that, before the century, for some thousands and thousands of years, it was only religion which played an important part. Everything was based on God. Everything is based on godly things. Church, they became the powerful entity there. So there is no thinking beyond God. If at all you talk anything scientific, or if at all you go think anything beyond God, it is considered as blasphemous. It is considered sacrilegious, and these people will be put in jail. Yes, if for example you take Kepler. Kepler and Copernicus told that Bible says it is geocentric theory, which means the earth is at the center, all the planets are rotating around. But Copernicus said heliocentric theory, which means sun is at the center, the planets are revolving around. Because he said scientifically and it is against Bible, he was put in jail. which means everything is based on God. So Renaissance means from people moved away from godly things, they started to think from humanist perspective. Lots and lots of arts and literature emerged. Humanities department emerged during the humanist departments. The perspective of humans from God changed towards humans. Lots and lots of discoveries started to happen. Scientific discovery emerged, paintings emerged, literature emerged, chemistry, physics, biology, art, literature, all these things emerge from humanist perspective. That is called Renaissance. Renaissance started in Europe. You can see that ripple effects has been felt throughout the world. And one such Renaissance painter is none other than Leonardo da Vinci. You all know this Leonardo da Vinci. One of his famous painting is Mona Lisa. Yes, his famous painting is none other than the Last Supper, where you can see Jesus Christ before he is going to be stuck in the cross. Before he is going to be crucified in the cross, he will be having dinner with his disciples. So that is called the Last Supper. Supper means night dinner. So that Last Supper is a famous painting. This painting is done by Leonardo da Vinci. He is an Italian Renaissance painter. He is a famous painter, and he did this in the wall of Santa Maria della Grazie. Okay, it is a convent in Milan, France. Yes, and this Last Supper is drawn by Leonardo da Vinci. And not only this one, the famous painting of Leonardo da Vinci is Mona Lisa and also Salvator Mundi. These are the other famous painting, Salvator Mundi. And there is also another painting called Vitruvius Man. Vitruvius Man. Yes. So these are the other famous painting. And Lady in Emirates, like that, many paintings are there. Specifically this Mona Lisa and this Last Supper, and also this Vitruvius Man. You can see an image where two men will be superimposed with it can be seen as a 4 legs and 4 hands and all. That is called this Vitruvius Man. So these are the other paintings of Leonardo da Vinci. He is considered as a famous Italian Renaissance painter. The answer is D. And you see next question, which one of the following districts of Eastern India held a referendum to decide in 1947 to whether or not to join Pakistan? Listen, when Indian Independence Act was passed, certain provinces, they have a problem. So what happened? They conducted referendum and plebiscite. Sir, what is this referendum? Simple. It is like a voting process where people of this particular area who is above 18 years, they will come and choose a decision whether to join with India or whether to join with Pakistan. So you can see here, Junagadh is one such place where it went for plebiscite. It is in present day Gujarat. These people with plebiscite, again it is a kind of voting to decide a decision, they joined with India. Similarly, there is a place called Sylhet. The Sylhet is in present day Bangladesh. You can see this is Assam. This is Bangladesh, but at the time it was not Bangladesh, it is East Pakistan. Bangladesh came into being in the year 1971, after this Bangladesh Liberation War. So the Sylhet is somehow here, Sylhet. So these people, they wanted referendum, hence referendum was conducted. So Sylhet people, they voted to join with East Pakistan. So they joined with Pakistan, it is not with India. So the answer is A here. It was Sylhet where a referendum is conducted, whereas in Junagadh, plebiscite was conducted. It is called plebiscite. And Junagadh joined with India. So the answer is A. Yes, and that's all about NDA 1 2023. For more of this content, you can watch our YouTube videos and it will be in a YouTube playlist. And for the course details and any other information, you can contact the number that is given, and also you can log on to our website www.nationaldefense.in. Thank you. Jai Hind.